The fifth common foundation of all impact measurement approaches is to report on your results. The information you collect should be used to produce a balanced account of your work and the difference it makes. Before we go on, I want to clarify what I mean by this word report, as often there is a tendency to take a very narrow interpretation. When most people hear the word report, they tend to think about filling in a form or a long technical document. By report, I mean to give a written, spoken, or visual account of the things that you do, achieve, and change as an organization. I'm talking about reporting in really broad terms. If you opt to produce a conventional evaluation or impact report, though, it really doesn't have to be dull. At their best, written impact reports can be hugely effective. You should aim for any report you produce to be clear and accessible, incorporating data that is verifiable. The report should also be in proportion to the scale and complexity of your work. Remember, while some audiences will want a really full and detailed written account of your work and impact, this is not always the best way to go. There are really creative short form formats you can use to provide written content. Shorter or easy read formats use plain language with images to convey the key ideas, and it's important to be as inclusive and accessible as possible. Blogs and newsletters enable a more direct and personal style of communication than a formal report, and a way to engage your users on social media channels. Getting even smaller and more focused, postcards are an incredibly powerful but underused reporting format. While reports rely on words and statistics, these only take you so far. If you want to mobilize an army of supporters, then you need something that forms a deeper connection. You need a great story. It's about telling human stories. Everyone loves hearing a good story, and the most powerful are those that connect emotionally with those listening or reading. Written case studies can be really helpful in demonstrating the difference your work makes based on real-life situations. Audio is an increasingly popular and flexible way of sharing your work through sound bites, audio diaries, or podcasts. Video is now among the most effective ways of getting engagement, particularly across social platforms, and the great thing is that a video is now relatively cheap and easy to produce yourself. So get really creative with ways of capturing and presenting stories. Make sure you check out the full course in SEI on reporting on results for some great tips and examples related to each format, including a great tool to structure your stories called a Social Impact Story Map. Visual forms of communication can really grab the attention of today's audiences, while also saving you a great deal of time in producing complex reports. Images such as photographs that document your work or show its transformative effects can help to instantly tell a story. In the full Social Enterprise Institute course on reporting on results, we provide lots of useful insights and great examples of ways of reporting that will both inform and inspire. And you can learn much more about reporting your results at socialimpact.tools. The key rule is to match the style of your impact reporting to your audience and its needs. That's why it's really important to involve your stakeholders throughout. Take time to consult with your different audiences in advance to ensure that your reporting methods reflect their needs and preferences. Get feedback to ensure the information you present is clear, user-friendly, and useful. Make efforts to ensure that communication becomes a two-way process using appropriate channels. Finally, think about ways that you can provide regular public updates on the things your organization has achieved and changed. This might be at the end of each year. So that's it then, the 5 common foundations of impact measurement. Plan your intended change, use performance indicators, collect useful information, gauge performance and impact, and report on results. I'm Lisa, and I wish you well in your journey. Keep on being the change you want to see in the world, and equally important, keep on measuring and telling the story of your work in meaningful and engaging ways. Love and kindness.